So excited to start the show, but Ravi Shastri, looks like all is not well in our studios. It looks like we're divided. Harbhajan Singh back in the blue of Mumbai Indians, Piyush Chawla back in the purple, Kolkata Knight Riders. What about you at home? Who are you backing? Are Mumbai finally going to get points on the board? Let us know on Fan Pulse question. Vote right now, because these two gentlemen are going to present their cases 30 seconds each. And guess what? Ravi Shastri is going to be judge and jury. Bhaji, go. 30 seconds on the clock.
Look at myself. I am with Mumbai Indians. More seconds is enough. Let them speak. We'll talk on the field.
Well, looking at the current situation, the way KKR is playing, I think they have got...
Do you know Rohit Sharma's record against KKR?
Yeah, I know that.
Think before you talk.
It just takes one ball.
It takes one ball for him to get into the form. That could be the first ball, going for 6. Okay.
No, I can see where they're coming from. He's seen it happening. He's very
Points on the board today. Let us know. Vote in Fan Pulse. Piyush, it's okay. I'll keep you company.
Thank you
the
so
purple
much.
corner is looking a little lonely right now. It's all right. What do all of you think? Let's get this show on the road. The board tonight, well, Ravi Shastri and Nick Knight are joining us for their analysis. Let's get straight into it. Okay, Karan Pollard, the big man, needs to fire for Mumbai Indians. Our Baiju's experts' view here, Ravi, there's a possibility.
remember the positives. He's got a great record against KKR as well. So he'll think of the number of runs he's got rather than worry about Narayan. If Narayan comes in, he'll sort him out.
Then, Nick, how do you see this battle in a sense going, or Rohit Sharma's approach?
I wish I had Ravi's.
Weighing in, I can see the change on the screen there. Let's find out about the conditions that we have on display today in our Dream 11. Let's report.
Rethink your attack. Normally in India you play 2-3 spinners. Kolkata will always play 2 spinners, but they will strengthen that pace attack as well.
And guess what? Rafiq Salam actually was picked up initially a couple of years ago by Mumbai Indians, so they would get an opportunity to perhaps...
But they'll need their big boys to fire. And the biggest, Rohit Sharma. He has to come to the party, because this IPL is a test not just for him as a batsman, as usual. It's as a captain as well, because his resources are limited. It's how he communicates. Doesn't matter which side, but it's Mumbai Indians, which has a great history and track record. And he's
without a doubt for Mumbai Indians want to get points on the board. How do these players take the pressure off when they're within the bubble? We'll show you. To rejoin the Knight Riders, and he's ready to go. For Pollard, who just pushed it past what would be a competitive total, isn't it? And remember, teams have been very successful defending. So what do you think? Can you think that Mumbai can pull it off? Can they defend this total? Let us know in the Fan Pulse. Ravi Shastri, that smile of Surya Kumar towards the end of that innings just said it all. I'm sure he feels great to be back, and the team just looks more balanced.
certainly does. And Surya to settle in. And then, of course, Pollard did what Pollard does.
Pollard did what Paulie does. You highlighted. Let's show you that wagon wheel actually, because this is why Ravi.
So, if you saw the shots where the way he played Varun Chakravarti and Sunil Narayan, that was fabulous. Able to hit down the ground over mid-wicket, paddle sweep, playing it fine, past third man, and then again against the fast bowlers. You saw the number of sixes that came behind the wicket. Even in that last over from from Cummins. Not in control, but the pace at which Cummins bowled allowed the ball to go for a couple of sixes. And they haven't won a game this year's IPL. They needed runs on the board. They've got it now. And from what Surya said, where KKR will have to play really well is at the top, because he reckons it's still sticky. There's enough in there for the Mumbai bowlers to put some pressure on KKR.
We can go back, in fact, to Mumbai's innings early on to see what the KKR bowlers did, how they experienced. Tomorrow, it is what we call the new North Indian derby. Yes, luckily start the innings for Kolkata. Along with Venkatesh, he's had a few problems when the ball has moved away from him. How should he address
He'll have to be watchful early on. Just gauge that bounce, gauge the pace of the pitch. Mumbai Indians showed how many runs are there for the taking towards the end of the innings. So as long as you don't lose early wickets, if you're thinking 160, let's go for say 60 in the first 6.
Thanks so much for joining us here on Baiju's Cricket Live. if you're a Mumbai fan watching this right now, I really feel you. I feel your pain because the pendulum just shifted in a matter of 14 deliveries. Ravi Shastri, Rohit Sharma said it best. This is hard to digest.
It's a bitter pill. 35 runs in an over. I mean, you have to, start thinking, when did you see a match like this? Which was the other team having the upper hand to an extent. Then it goes, okay, 60-40 towards the Mumbai Indians. Come the next over, it's over. I mean, it's been a long time since I've seen a match like this. And I've seen a lot of cricket.
I've never seen Ravi Shastri at a loss for words. Okay, that is telling you something, my friends. If Ravi Shastri is finding it difficult to come. Let's just show you, okay, our Spotify player of the day. Let's just show you what happened because the typical way you can use the cliche, this is snatching victory from the jaws of defeat. But let's talk about yes, that over was something else out of the extraordinary, but a moment to appreciate the hard work that Venkatesh Iyer has put in because he's been under some serious pressure to live up to his billing.
And again, when he spoke, he said the absolute truth. He said, I didn't look in nick, I wasn't my fluent self, but it was that kind of pitch where yourself, let me go for the jugular, let me go for the big shots and try and finish the game. But he didn't. He said that he read the game extremely well. He said, we back deep. We've got a couple of very big hitters to come in Cummins as well as Narayan at the back. So let me just bide my time and give them company. And it was the absolute right tactic, though even he wouldn't have expected it to finish as quickly as it did.
At the start of the day when we started talking about this rivalry, we did talk a little bit about Mumbai's bowling, the arsenal that they possess, or what's really missing because they had been the most expensive so far, and that goes to show once again. What's missing in Mumbai's bowling?
I just feel the use of Bumrah. Give Bumrah. But then, if it's too late, there was no Russell. Someone else did the job.
Yeah, well, it looks like the 18th has become the new 19th, so you might be seeing that some of the strike bowlers actually being used a lot earlier. Let's cross over now again for the presentation with Nick Knight. Young Indian captain, let's talk about Shreyas Iyer there, who actually was quite surprised with the way the Pat Cummins handles himself for the bat, but no surprise. He's actually done it before for KKR, maybe not as devastating as he was tonight, 50 of just 14 deliveries. What do you make of Shreyas Iyer's captaincy now, how he handles his resources?
I think he's getting more and more comfortable. It's onside, behind the wicket can make a lot of difference. It can cut down boundaries, and I think they saved 2 or 3 boundaries there but whilst he was doing that. So he was good, bowling changes were good, and I think he'll get better as the tournament progresses.
Ravi, all the chat at the top, and if you look at any of the outlets, we're always discussing, Rohit Sharma is going to get head-to-head with Sunil Narine, who has his number, but actually it was Umesh Yadav, because that's now 3 consecutive times that Umesh is accounted for the hitman. See it actually, we'll just show you the pitch map as well in the Hawkeye for Umesh Yadav, because he's kind of been doing it in every again being so effective in the power play now has been Umesh Yadav. We've got Nick Knight, who's been enjoying all the fireworks at the MCA Stadium here in Pune, just fresh off the presentation. First and foremost, Nick, we've got to remind all of viewers how you were absolutely right about Pat Cummins having the number over Ishant Kishan because he displayed it again today. Similar kind of shot to get dismissed.
Yeah, I mean, you just feel it.
Knight, Nick Knight.
Oh, there you go, Ravi. The night wouldn't be complete without a Raviism. Do you know what, Rav? I'm so pleased that our production staff here, it's been a long day for all of us. We're all taking a breath now. They bought me a chair as well, so I can sit down and enjoy listening.
Didn't hear on television, you and Pat having a chat after that. First and foremost, Nick, what were your thoughts?
Of a game. Normally it's because of the ball, and we're talking about his bowling. We barely mentioned his bowling. It was absolutely extraordinary.
I just got to take a moment and absorb it all in because it really was a thriller. Okay, some of the positives for Mumbai, maybe the form of Suryakumar Yadav, they're waiting for him to return. Immediately you can
see, he peppered those fine boundaries and a difficult man to keep quiet when in full flow. Much needed for the Mumbai Indians in that middle order.
Really displayed his versatility in his shot selection. Amisho's super saves the second here for Sam Billings, Nick, because it's tough being one of the overseas players, especially when they started with Sheldon Jackson. Farmers, they're the ones with the smiles on their faces today. And Rohit Sharma and Mumbai Indians are just wondering what's going on. Ravi, it's easy to say, look, they've been here, been there, slow starters. But Rohit Sharma did not like that question at all today. And look at the fixtures that they have coming up. You know, it's not the same team as it was a couple of years ago. You've got some tough fixtures. You remain in Pune. Can you regroup after? I mean, you have to regroup after a defeat like this.
No choice, because if you lose...
You've got Punjab Kings and the Lucknow Super Giants that Mumbai Indians are facing. It doesn't look any easier to be able to try and come out swinging against any of those teams, but they've got to do it somehow, Nick.
Yeah, they have. I'm not panicking yet as far as Mumbai Indians are concerned, because...
Dead right. In fact, we just discussed that
Okay.
before you went for the man of the match presentation, that Bumrah has to be used better. Their attacking options have to be used better. You cannot keep them for the tail end of the innings. That in the first 6 overs, when it's a sticky track, you know, the spongy bounce there is bounce. You've got to try and knock over at least three wickets, if not more.
The game just changed. There was 35 deliveries in that one over, but that's what happens sometimes in this format. All right, we'll take a breather. We'll also build up to what will be tomorrow's clash, the North Indian derby that we're looking forward to. Stay with us. So there's a potential now for David Warner to play for the Delhi Capitals.
That's massive. David Warner at the top, you know, he's a...
Going with both these young Indian captains in the fray.
Well, I have slightly personal interest. Combination will make him a real force in the remainder of the IPL.
It'll be really exciting. This matchup is coming to you from the DY Patil. Gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us. Nick Knight, Ravi Shastri. All of us by the end of today were kind of struggling for words. We couldn't believe what we'd seen on the field, but that's what happens in this format. It's the toughest 20 for a reason. Gentlemen, look after yourselves. You too. Take care. We'll see you tomorrow.